Hello everyone. Welcome to Happy Science Meditation Seminar. I'm Bob Imai, Minister of Happy Science. Thank you for joining us today. Firstly, let me recite Prayer to the Lord. Prayer to the Lord. Our Lord, Alcantara, you are the source of all light, all power, all wisdom, and all love. May you give us light, give us power, give us wisdom, and give us love. O Lord, our Father, please protect this plant of love earth. Protect us from all evil and open a future for us. O Lord, thank you for giving us light. We give thanks from the bottom of our hearts. How's everything? I hope you are very good. Today, we'd like to study the miracle of meditation. And today's subjects are meditation through reading and reflective meditation. Nowadays, I think that most of people's concern is that it is difficult to secure time and a place for meditation. They may want to hide themselves in a mountain retreat for a week to reflect on themselves. But unfortunately, they don't have a time to do so. So many people don't know what to do. There is a method I like to recommend to these people. It is a method that can be called meditation through reading. In order to enter a state of meditation, you must be able to maintain a certain mental wave for a certain period of time. You must have developed such a habit in order to enter a state of meditation. If you are always concerned about various things, disturbed by various things, and having various thoughts, you cannot enter a state of meditation. In this sense, the first step of meditation for modern days is what is called meditation through reading. I will tell you what kind of meditation this reading meditation is. Of course, you cannot meditate by reading a weekly magazine. You cannot meditate by looking at the photographic magazine. What is suitable for reading meditation is a book that is highly spiritual. However, it is a fact that a book like a difficult philosophical book that requires extreme mental work is not suitable for meditation through reading, even if it is highly spiritual. Therefore, for these who are interested in happy science, I would like to recommend that you use a theoretical book and the book of spiritual words that are published from Happy Science to enter a state of meditation through reading. What I mean by this is that when people are reading a book, a pointer of their mind is facing toward a certain direction. Their mind is in accordance with the wave of author of the book. However, usually people get bored and they read 5 pages and they want to stop reading after 20 pages. After reading 15 pages, they start thinking about kitchen chore. After reading 30 pages, they start thinking about TV programs. In these ways, people get distracted easily. People must first train themselves to avoid getting distracted and to keep mental concentration. How long it takes to read a whole book of spiritual words depends on each person. You don't need to read the entire book. You can just read half or 1/3 of it. But the important thing is that whether or not you can keep reading for 2 hours, for example, without getting distracted by worldly thoughts. This is one of the training. It is to see if you can keep mental concentration. Some people may draw red lines or they read. However, what is important is whether or not they can concentrate their mind for 1 hour or 2 without thinking anything else. This is an extremely effective method at the first preparation in order to enter a state of meditation. For people who cannot concentrate for a certain period of time, it is extremely difficult to enter a state of meditation. However, this is something people can attain through training. If you become able to do this, you will be able to put various types of meditation described here in practice. What is most important is to be free from worldly thoughts while meditating. What is important next is to have concentration of mind oriented toward a specific purpose. Next method of meditation I like to talk is reflective meditation. You need to project all the events in the past and thoughts onto the back of your eyelids, as if throwing a picture onto the screen. Look at those images through the third person's perspective and analyze them. Here, I like to add the following explanation. People may think that meditation is concentration of mind, and that it is to create a screen in their mind and think positively. They may say that it is something one can do with his or her efforts. I say yes or no to this. However, in a true sense, a screen is not something you set up and visualize. If it appears naturally when you are in a state of meditation, it is a genuine screen. A vision should come up from the bottom of your heart naturally. As you think of your past events, they gradually start to look so vividly. You start to clearly see yourself making mistakes in childhood. These images come up naturally. You don't look for them. This is an extremely fine yet difficult differences. Images emerge by themselves. You don't look for them. This is not something that you concentrate your mind to look for images with effort. It should be that a screen comes up naturally when you are concentrate your mind, enter a passive state, and reflect on your past. If you can do this, you cannot move on to the third type of meditation. Those who are concentrating on creating an image with their thoughts deliberately can never move to the third type of meditation. You need to be careful about this point. It is because people here who are most likely practicing meditation of this level have not attained spiritual power yet. Therefore, you don't understand the meaning of support from the world of high spirits. You don't understand the meaning of leaving your mind in a passive state. However, as a matter of practice, when a person who is spiritually awakened starts practicing meditation for a certain purpose, he or she will for sure start receiving instruction from the world by high spirit. Therefore, even if people think that they are reflecting their past with their own efforts, there is always someone who will provide an opportunity for them to learn something from this reflective meditation. Actually, a vision people see often tells them what they need to learn. People cannot complete this kind of meditation without receiving such an inspiration. Therefore, this reflective meditation, where people start reflecting themselves and enter in a state of meditation, is the basis of Buddha's meditation. A point of transition from reflection to meditation is when one's mentality changes from an active and dynamic state to passive and reflective state. This is the point. If you cannot bring yourself into this passive state, you cannot enter a state of meditation. I would like to explain by putting it another way. I have said that you should not make a mistake with an orientation when entering a state of meditation. And concentration of mind is important to some degree. However, if you just concentrate your mind, you will not be able to move to the next level. Being able to keep mental concentration is a prerequisite for the next level. Once you became able to concentrate your mind, you will need to be able to liberate your conscious. This liberation of conscious becomes important for the next level. First, you concentrate your mind, and then you unfold it. The reason why you need to concentrate first is to remove all the worldly thoughts. You need to get rid of them and concentrate your mind. Should come up naturally. Therefore, this is what I mean when I say that image on the screen should come up naturally. If you cannot attain a state of mind liberation, you won't be able to go into a passive state. If you cannot go into a passive state, you won't be able to receive instructions or inspiration from high-level spirits. When you are fixated on yourself, it is like you are standing rigidly, and everything just bounces back. Nothing can penetrate your mind. You must accept high-level spirit waves with your heart. You must embrace them with your body. Today, we would like to practice reflective meditation called meditation of happiness. When people look back on their life, they should find a lot of deeply moving experience there through meeting people and encountering certain people, certain scenes, and certain environments. The humans need to look back on their lives once again in this way and see what kind of happy moment you had in life. All the people have surely had moments of happiness. They forget about them even though they had them before. They only forget that they had those moments. When you are about to be born into this world as a human beings from the highly dimension, a lot of people, such as friends, who would to be teachers or parents, before coming to see you off, they send you off all, waving at you and saying, "Give it your best." Before practicing happiness meditation, firstly, let me recite prayer to guardian and guiding spirit. Prayer to guardian and guiding spirits. My guardian and guiding spirit, deep inside of me, you are the fountain of life, the light of hope, the source of wisdom, and the shield of courage. Every day, may you help me develop my soul and refine my mind. Every day, may you give me inspiration and show me the right path to follow. Please protect me from all evil and guide me in living a better life. For this, I give my thanks. Now let us start from breathing meditation. Please sit in the chair and relax your neck and shoulder, and straighten your back. Close your eyes lightly and start breathing deeply. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out mouth. Breathe deeply. When you inhale, send the air to the bottom of your stomach. When you exhale, breathe out slowly, little by little, just like blowing a whistle. Keep breathing deeply and focus on the breathing to calm your mind. Now we are moving to meditation of happiness. Please look back your life. Didn't you have experiences of real fun? Do you remember the moving or touching experiences when your mother bought a school bag for you? Do you remember the joy you entered an elementary school as a first grader? Or do you remember the excitement you had the day before your first participation in an athletic meet? Do you remember the delicious taste of lunch you had with your parents there? Do you remember the deeply impressive moment when you caught a large fish when you went fishing with your father? Do you remember the excitement you had when you had your first bicycle and could ride it without supporting wheels? Or if you are a woman, do you remember the beating of your heart when you first received a letter from a man? Do you remember the excitement you had when you were reading the works of great figures in the world? Do you remember the impressive memory of reading a novel or work of literature right in the middle of the worries of adolescence? Or do you remember the feeling you had when you started a new life coming out to the big city? Or do you remember the words your father and mother gave to you to encourage you in times of trouble? Or do you remember the joy you felt when somebody said to you, "You are a good person"? Or do you remember how much you were excited when you bought the car for the first time? Do you remember when you went to honeymoon? Do you remember when your first child was born? Do you remember the excitement you had when you discussed the child's future with your spouse? Please try to recall your happy moment freely. Now, please end your meditation and open your eyes. How was the meditation? Why don't you try to sharpen the sense of happiness when you can really obtain happiness? All the high spirits, without exception, have a wonderful sense of happiness. The sense of unhappiness becomes stronger as you go down the ladder of multidimensional worlds. All the people have a sense of unhappiness in hell. They all have persecution complex. Also, in the third dimensional world, those who regard themselves as unhappy can't enter the world of happiness. Ability to perceive happiness in anything is the greatest weapon and the greatest power in your life. The true attitude you should take in any situation is, I don't forget the smile, and I only look at happiness. In doing so, you can fulfill the essential task of humans of eternal development. Master Oka's teaching is the love of God, which is trying to make you happy. If you can become happier, that is the proof of love from God. Please study the truth and put into practice. Once you recognize the love of God, please try to share it with others by giving the Kyoten, like this, Book of Truth, to the people around you. Today I am very happy to have you here and look forward to seeing you next week. By then, so long. Have a good week.